Hey everyone, Sampath here,
Hey,
and we have Huang from Boost and also from Triacon with us today. Can we get a hi from everyone who is here online and watching this? And I have been seeing like some of you have been like sitting for a while now, so we're just getting started. Hey Dan,
hey Dan.
good to see
Hi,
you.
Sari.
Hey Sari, thank you. Thanks for being here and dropping a hi as soon as we ask for it. So hey Alex, thanks mate. Glad you can make it. Okay, so I don't want to take like most of your time. So this is exactly what we're going to cover today. Hey, Miznal, I'm sorry, I'm not sure if I have pronounced your name right. Apologies if I'm not. Hey, Tran. So in today's webinar, Huang is going to show us how you can set up a campaign completely with Boost to start collecting your leads on autopilot. But before that, he is going to show us how exactly Boost works. Now, Huang, yeah, I'm getting a bit of feedback. I'm not sure if that's from your end.
Hello. Can you all
Um,
hear me okay?
yep, I can hear you okay, but I'm getting a bit of feedback
Right.
as well. Is it just me who is getting feedback, or are you guys getting feedback as well? I hope it's just me. Okay, everything is okay. Okay, that's perfect. I do hear tiny feedback. Okay. I just checked my audio settings. Looks all okay. Hold on, can you please check once as well? It's not really loud. Okay, that is comforting. Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, I just need
Okay,
to
right.
like turn off my microphone a bit because it's the
Okay,
feedback from the speakers. So yeah. Okay.
understood. So the best way is only one of us get to talk and the other one is to mute. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. So we are just going to see the entire process of how Boost works, and then we will dive deep into the complete walkthrough of how to set up the Boost, how to set up your campaigns with Boost to start generating the leads on autopilot. Followed by which, Hwan has some interesting traffic sources that you can use to start collecting very targeted leads. Of course, when you are collecting leads using Boost, you are getting verified email addresses. But what also is important is to collect your targeted leads using Boost. So that is something that Hoang would be covering today. And then we are going to talk a bit about how to gamify the whole thing of lead generation with Boost. And I have some use cases to share with you. Of course, I'm going to put like more use cases and bundle it together, and we'll give it away as a free ebook after this webinar. But in this webinar, we'll be discussing a few use cases which you can make it use of right away after the webinar ends. So if you have like any questions, please keep them coming. We'll start addressing one after the other after the entire session gets over. Okay, so without taking custom domain setup, yes, Sari, we will get to that shortly. There seems to be an issue connecting to Demio streaming server. Francisco, can you please try refreshing the screen once again? I had like a really long call with Demio team yesterday, and they have apologized for what happened yesterday. And they personally looked into my account. The engineering team personally looked into my account and ensured that everything seems to be like working fine. So Sally and Dan, I guess you guys are talking about like how to use custom domain to shorten the links, right? Hoan, is that something that we can cover today? How can I use my custom domain to shorten the links?
We will talk about that
Okay.
topic after I'm going to give the demo a complete walkthrough of the application. Yeah. We will talk about that topic.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
And great. And Boost platform after this ends. Yes, for sure, Andrew. We'll work on that. And Sally, if, regarding the docs, I would say like keep it away for a while because we have something interesting to share with you today. So I don't want to take more of your time. I'm going to mute my mic and also I'm going to disappear from cam for a while. So Hoang can take care of you all. Hoang, it's all yours.
Hey everyone, today I'm very excited about this webinar because in this webinar I'm going into details on the strategies on how to use Boost to get more leads, and what each feature is built for the lead generation purpose, and also how to build your email list using Boost. So here, if you haven't get set up your Boost account, I have created this graphic right here to show you an overview of how Boost works. And basically what Boost does is that it allows you to create opt-in URLs that you can capture email addresses from social accounts. So
hold on, sorry to interrupt. Can you take off your cam so that we can see the screen, full screen?
See it clearly now, full screen now? Okay. Yeah. Nice. Okay. So again.
Sorry, can you also keep the hide button? You see? You see the bar that says stop sharing and hide. Please click the hide button on your screen. Do you see a hide option? Sorry, is it okay now?
Do you all see my screen now? Great. Okay. So basically, I just created this graphic to show you an overview of Boost. So let's say that you have a Boost account right here. Basically, what it does is that at the core of Boost, it creates what we call an opt-in URL. So think of an opt-in URL like an opt-in form alternative. So we basically, it's a way for you to collect leads, but unlike an opt-in form, now you can collect leads without them having to type anything, without them having to fill out a form. And Boost opt-in URL is a very flexible way, and I'm going to show you many ways that you can use Boost opt-in URLs in many use cases after this overview. So let's say you have a Boost account here and you collect leads via this opt-in URL here. So when you get started, the first thing that I suggest you do, if you want to export your data automatically, is set up your connection to your email marketing service and Zapier if your service is not listed. And we are working on more universal connection that is not relied on Zapier. So with Zapier, they charge you for syncing your data, but with something like custom webhook or HTML form integration, then you will be able to basically integrate Boost with a lot of other services. And this is also great if the API of the email marketing providers go down. So a couple of weeks back, ActiveCampaign actually changed the API without any notification at all. So we need to update it. And at that time, the leads, the data are not syncing. So for this part right here, we'll be working on a more universal connection. Okay, so that's what I suggest you do when you first go to your Boost account right here. So go to setup and set up your data sync integration. So currently we support Platformly as well. So a lot of you in this group, I know that you have just got Platformly. So this is one of the connection that you will use a lot, and also Zapier. And I think Sampath will talk about Zapier when it comes to getting webinar registrations. Yeah, right now it supports MailChimp, Aweber, ActiveCampaign, GetResponse, SendLane, and Platformly. And we'll be adding more native integrations soon, but our priority is getting a more universal integration. So that's the part about syncing the data. Okay, so after you set that up, now you can start setting up a opt-in URL. So with an opt-in URL, think of it as an alternative to an opt-in form, right? So let me walk you through how to set up an URL from start to finish. So if you have opt-in forms on your website, type in the chat and let me know where do you send people to after they fill out your opt-in form. Do you send people to a thank you page? Yep, a thank you form. Or do you send people straight to a lead magnet? Any one of you sends people straight to a lead magnet? Yep, a thank you page or some kind of resource or a lead magnet, right? Yep. So think of this as the target URL that redirects people to the page that you send people after they fill out your opt-in form. So in this case, I have my thank you page right here, and I'm going to put it here. And this is the and one of the frequently asked questions that I want to get it out of the way first is people are asking what is the difference between Boost and Tag On, and this is the difference. The main purpose of Tag On is to shorten the URLs to other websites, while with Boost, most likely you will be shortening the URLs to your thank you page, to your resource, so that you can collect the email address. So that people unlock your thank you page and your resource. So that's the main difference right here. And technically, it's very different. And because Boost redirects you to the social network, and I will show that to you in a moment. Okay, so that's one of the questions that I want to get out of the way, and let's continue. Okay, so here, what is a campaign? A campaign is like a set of settings that you can use over and over again. So let's say that you want to create multiple opt-in URLs. Instead of having to customize the settings for each URL, you can create a campaign. Okay, but in this example, I'm going to customize the setting for this URL only. Okay, so the next step is I will select what social app I'm gonna use for this opt-in URL. So as you can see here in this graphic right here, when you send people straight to the opt-in URL, they will go to the social login apps, and the social login apps can be Boost social apps or your social apps. So if you are a new user, I suggest that you go in and you use Boost social apps and then try a few links to see how it works first before trying to set up your own social apps. But if you want to change the logo on the social app page, the name of the social app, then you can create your own social app. And we have tutorial inside this this section right here called own apps right here that shows you step by step how to create your own social app. Okay, so here, let me get back to this. Let's say that I want to use our Boost default social apps right here. Okay, so you can select one social network at a time. So if you select this and you turn all this off, it means that when people go to your URL, they will be going straight to the Facebook confirmation page. All right, so and here we have a special feature right here, which is called a smart opt-in URL. And this feature, how it works is it can detect what social network that your visitor is logged in. Unfortunately, at the moment, this feature is not working with Twitter and LinkedIn, but this feature is working with other social networks. So one use case that I'm gonna use this for is when I share the opt-in URLs on places that I'm not sure which social accounts people are logged into. For example, if I share this on in my guest post. I'm not sure if they are logged into Facebook or Google. I can have this in order to increase the chance that I can get the email address. Because if I send the Facebook opt-in URL and people click on this URL and they are not logged in, they will be prompted to enter their email and password, and this will decrease the number of email addresses that I can get for sure. Yeah, link. The issue is from the platform itself. So it was working for Twitter as well, but now it's not working for Twitter. Basically, the detection doesn't work. Twitter and LinkedIn, if you still use it, you can still use it standalone like this, right? But just the detection for the smart URL doesn't work. So for now, to increase your chance of getting the email addresses, you can use multiple social networks with Facebook and Google like this, and you can actually change the order on what social network to check first. So if you have it like this, Boost will check whether that visitor is logged into Google. If he's not logged into Google, it will go to Facebook, and it will increase the chance of you getting the email address. Okay, so in this case, I'm gonna use Facebook only, and we will also add a feature that allows you to show a page with multiple social login buttons so that people can select. So we'll add that option really soon right here. Currently it only shows up if none of the social networks are logged in. Okay, so let's say that I'm creating this opt-in URL to share on Facebook. I'm gonna use Facebook only because first of all, the detection can slow down the opt-in URL. So when I am sure that people are logged into a social network, I will use that social network only. So for example, I share a link on YouTube. I know that they are logged into their Google account. I will use Google only. So let's say in this case, I am going to share in my Facebook group. So I'm going to use Facebook only. And that's the social app selection part. You can select to use your own apps right here. And you can have multiple apps under this and select to use your own app by switching to use your own social apps. Okay, but in this case, I'm going to use Boost apps. All right, so let's continue to the next step to see what the use cases for each feature is for. So when people go to the Boost confirmation page or consent page, this is where they will give the information, right? So we are not scraping the email address from their social account. Everything will be collected with permission. But if they don't want to give their information, then we can set a different cancel URL right here. So when they click on cancel, they will be redirected to the cancel URL. Andrew asks, own apps, as in I can use WeChat for Chinese audience viewers. Yeah, we will be adding, I will talk about the future of Boost a little bit later, but we will be adding more social networks to the platform very, very soon. So you can you can use it with your traffic source. So if you have your Chinese audience, you can when we add something like WeChat, you can use it. So I will talk a little bit about that, about the future of Boost after the walkthrough. Okay, and here you can add your pixel or tracking code. So one use case for this is that you can retarget people who don't opt in to your email list. So for example, you can create a custom audience on Facebook of all people who click on your link, and subtract the custom audience that are your subscribers. So this is one use case that you can use the pixel and tracking code for. And we actually have unlimited number of pixel and tracking code right here. So this is pretty easy. The tag feature is for easily searching for similar opt-in URLs. Right, so let's go to the next step right here. So the third step is pretty easy right here. You can select your connection and then sync to your email autoresponder or Zapier or your CRM like Platformly. Okay, so basically that is how you can create a opt-in URL. So let me cancel right here. Let me go back and show you how quick it can be done. And remember that you can create a campaign right here if you have the settings that you want to use again and again. So this is what the campaign is for. So as you can see, I can create an opt-in URL very quickly. And this is one of the advantage over opt-in form, because if you want to create an opt-in form, you will need to put it on a thing on a landing page, and you will need to design the form. Now with this, you can create an opt-in URL that you can share on Facebook, on your social media, in your ebook, for example, in your email, for example, in a couple of minutes. So please let me know if you have any questions with the walkthrough on how to create an opt-in URL. Let me see if you have any questions. Otherwise, I will be talking about some use cases where you can send the opt-in URL, when you can share the opt-in URL and get leads.
Juan, we have some questions coming in. First one is about integration with Gmail or Google Drive, so that delivery of the downloads could become easier and faster. Is that doable?
Can you please rephrase the question?
Is it possible to integrate with Google Drive or Dropbox, so that when I have to deliver after someone opts in, I can send them a link to my Google Drive or to my Dropbox directly, instead of sending them a downloadable PDF? I can send them the link.
Easily copy the Google Drive share link or Dropbox share link and put it right here. The reason why we use an URL here is because an URL is very flexible. You can share anything. You can share to any kind of resources. First, when we first came out with the idea for Boost, we thought about some kind of allowing you to upload your file here and unlock it when people give the URL. But with the URL here, it's more flexible. So you can have your file inside Google Drive or Dropbox and just put the link right here. Just put the share link right here. So any URLs will work, even URLs to other websites.
So that's simple and straightforward. And Sari had a question about having an integration with MailerLite, and Laszlo has an upvote for the same, and you have my upvote as well. So is it possible to have an integration with MailerLite?
It's possible to integrate with anything really, but we will, as I said earlier, we will prioritize working on a universal connection first, like a HTML form integration or a webhook integration first, because this will have more user immediately, and we'll after that we'll be working on some native integrations. So and this will be prioritized based on your votes. So currently we have a vote inside our Facebook group where you can just vote on the feature that you need, and as we can see, HTML form integration and webhook is one of the most requested. So we'll be working on that first, and other integrations are possible, right? Are possible, but it will take time, and it will depend on where it is in the priority list. Yeah. So any other questions about this?
I totally get it. Could you please quickly show us where to upvote for the features and integrations? Because some of us could not figure out still and where exactly we should be going for the upvote. So it'll be great if you can quickly show us where to suggest features and where to upvote for the features and recommendations.
So you mean where to upload the is it SSL or can you
No,
reference it?
I mean, how to upvote for the feature recommendations? Say you have like a bunch of features, and how do you prioritize them? You prioritize them based on the request and upvotes, right? So where can I, as a user, can go ahead and upvote?
We are one of the reasons why we are running this deal is we want to get more feedback from you because we want to build the next roadmap. So currently on the Facebook group we have a poll that you can vote on, and you can also we have a feedback form right here, which you can give feedback and upvote on the features. And the reason why I'm saying that we're building our next roadmap is because we have been completed most of the roadmap when we first launched the application. So we're looking for more feedback in order to build up the next roadmap. And of course, we will consider each feature request as long as it fits the goal of the application and it's doable, right? So many features that are being requested can be done, but we will need to research on that. So everything will be researched and worked on just based on the number of votes that it gets. So currently in the Facebook group you have the poll that you can vote on, and also here and also here. Okay, so many people have upvote. Let's say that many people upvote this feature, but from the glance here, like SMS, I'm not sure how it can be done yet. So maybe it will push back later. So it will depends on the number of votes and how it can and whether or not it can be done. So yeah, so two ways: Facebook group and here. Okay, so let me continue with the opt-in URL. Some use cases for the opt-in URL. Okay, so now you have created your opt-in URL right here. There are, I think somebody asked about, can it be used with any landing page builder other than Boost Builder? Of course, it can be used with any other landing page builder or opt-in form builder for that matter. So the first major area of use cases for Boost opt-in URL is that you can use it to create social sign-up buttons for your opt-in forms. So let me show you this. For example, these are the normal opt-in forms that you see on the majority of website, a name field and an email field without any social sign-up. With Boost, you can use your landing page builder or opt-in form builder to create buttons and then design the buttons so that it looks like a Google or Facebook sign up button, and then just link to the Boost opt-in URL right here. So that's the first use case for Boost. You can easily improve the conversion on your existing opt-in forms by just adding a couple of buttons. And this is actually has been recommended by Neil Patel in one of his articles. I think I've shared with you multiple times, but I'm gonna share with you again in case you haven't seen this. So in one article that Neil Patel wrote in 2014, he talks about how to improve sign up with social login. And here, as you can see, it shows an example of an opt-in form, a normal opt-in form on a website, and a Facebook sign up button. And this button can easily be built using your landing page builder or opt-in form builder. So that is why the opt-in form opt-in URL is very, very flexible. First, when we have the idea for Boost, we was thinking how could we improve our conversions on our opt-in form, but we didn't want to be another opt-in form builder. We didn't want to be a form builder because there are so many form builders out there. We don't want to build a software that create forms. So that's why I think we invented this concept, which is a Boost opt-in URL. So with this, you can create any buttons and then just link to the opt-in URL, and you have a Facebook sign up button or Google sign up button. Yep. So somebody asked, is Boost compatible with ClickFunnels? Yes, I have seen people adding buttons on ClickFunnels and add Boost opt-in URL. Yeah, that's right. So cart flow, I'm not sure what cart flow is, but when you can add a button and then link to a link, then you can use it with Boost. That's it. That's how versatile it is, right? Whenever you can create a button, I think with WooCommerce you can create custom buttons as well. So whenever you can create a button, you can link to Boost URL. Yeah, so that's how versatile it is. So just with that alone, just with that use case alone, you can already improve your conversions on your existing opt-in form, because the social sign up is very, very common when it comes to signing up on websites. You see it on a lot of websites, but on opt-in forms it is not used. You cannot see it anywhere. The reason is because there's no easy way to integrate social sign up buttons to opt-in forms until Boost, until we have Boost URLs that we can easily link to using any button. So something that with Boost, creating social opt-in image does not need coding knowledge. Yep, that's right. You don't need coding at all with Boost. So you can link to anything. You can create an image and link to the URL. That's right. So with that use case alone, I can say that this is one area of use cases. Okay, because you can have a lot of types of opt-in form, and you can even use Boost on your landing page without your opt-in form at all. Okay, so Dan asked, I wanted to ask, can it be used with a contact form on a website? Okay, so this is a little bit advanced, but basically you can pass the parameters to your contact form so that it auto fills with your visitor's email address and first name, but your contact form needs to support that. And we have a tutorial on our website showing you how to pass the parameters, email, first name and last name, to your opt-in form. But first of all, your contact form needs to support that. So I was saying, Dan, I will send you a link to that tutorial later. It is pretty advanced, and you need to set up your contact form first for that. So that is one of the use case. It can refill your form using social information, so that people don't need to type their the email address. Okay, so that is one of the use case areas. Now I want to go back to the opt-in URL, and I want to show you how versatile it is. Okay, so with the opt-in URL, right, you can place it anywhere, right? With an opt-in form, you cannot place it on social media, you cannot place it on YouTube description, but with an opt-in URL, you can place it anywhere. Okay, and now I'm gonna show you how to properly use it, because I'm seeing a lot of people using it the wrong way, right? The wrong way. So I'm gonna show you how to properly use this. So when you have an opt-in URL, you can easily send people directly to the opt-in URL, or you can send them to a bridge page or landing page. I'm going to show you why. Okay, so with an opt-in form, when you have an opt-in form, when people see an opt-in form, they will know what's going to happen next, right? They will know what's going to happen next. They will know that they will be subscribed to your email list, and they will be sign up for something. They will know that you will be getting their email addresses. But with an opt-in URL, because it's quite new, you need to make sure that people know what's going to happen next. So on an opt-in form, you say something like this. You say something like, sign up for our newsletter, stay tuned to be notified, so people understand what's going to happen next. What I'm seeing a lot of people are doing is that they send people straight to the opt-in URL without saying anything, without saying what happens next. So I have two methods for you when you share the opt-in URLs to your audience. So the first method is the direct method right here. When you send your audience directly to the opt-in URL. So with this method, I suggest that you say something so that your audience understand what happens next. For example, click the following link and continue with your Facebook account and download your lead magnet, so that they understand what happens next, and then give them some assurance like you give them on the opt-in form, like your info is safe with us, so they understand what happens next, because you don't want your audience to see the Facebook confirmation page by surprise. Okay, they will see that it by surprise if you don't say anything about it, and they will click on cancel, or they will bounce. So if you want to send people directly to the opt-in URL, I suggest that you say something or make sure that your audience understand what happens next. Okay. And the second way, if you don't want to make your copy too long, to make your post too long by saying all this, you can send them to a landing page first or a bridge page first. And like this, you can either send them to a landing page or a bridge page that sends people to the opt-in URL. Right? So there are two ways that you can do this, but the key is to make sure that people understand what happens next when they go to the opt-in URL. Okay, so so here I'm going to show you how to use the bridge page and landing page in order to let people know what happened next, and to basically warm up your traffic, so that when they click on your buttons, they know what happens next, and then they just need to click on the confirmation button to subscribe to your list. So let me show you the landing page and bridge page section. We call this landing page, but it's actually a multi-purpose builder. You can build like a small box or just a short bridge page with this, or just a opt-in box. Okay, so for example, like this. Okay, so let me add a new landing page. So show you how it works. And oops, reload. Sorry for that. Let me go back to it again. Okay, so here's our landing page and bridge page builder. I prefer using a short bridge page or short landing page, because I just want people to know what happens next. And somebody in the group asked about using Facebook ads with Boost, and I think a bridge page and landing page is crucial when you want to use it with Facebook ads, because I think in the Facebook advertising guidelines, they require you to link to your privacy policy and things like that. So a bridge page and landing page is the chance that you can link to your privacy policy and make sure that the landing page is compliant with the Facebook advertising guidelines, or any other advertising platforms for that matter. So I'm gonna show you some features in the landing page builder right here. Okay, so let me show you this. And many people ask about GDPR, and this will help you become compliant with all the GDPR stuff. So we have the confirmation checkbox elements right here. Let me just delete this and add this. Okay. Actually, let me cancel it and create a new one. Okay, so this is the confirmation checkbox elements right here. And I prefer using a short landing page because I just want people to know what happens next. I don't want people to scroll down and be distracted from what I have to tell them. Okay, so let me bring a confirmation checkbox right here. And with this landing page, you can build social site button pretty quickly. As you can see, I can just drag it over and let me give it some space. As you can see, very, very quickly, I can create a landing page with a social site button, and I can easily edit the text here. So again, the key is to make sure that they understand what happens next. So, for example, so you can change your copy so that it makes sense. Okay, so I'm just gonna use some bad copy right here. So download our lead magnet. Okay, you can change the copy so that it converts more, of course. But basically, this is my part right here. I want people to understand what happens next. Okay, so and this checkbox right here, I'm gonna show you how it works in a moment. Basically, it will allows you to be compliant with GDPR if you need to. All right, so how to link to the Facebook opt-in form, opt-in URL, very, very easily. Just link it, just put the link right here and save change. Now you have a bridge page that you can send people to and warm them up before they can subscribe to your email list. So let me go to the URL right here to show you how it works. So okay, so the icons are not showing right here, but for a lot of you who are worrying about the GDPR, about people getting consent, you can use this checkbox elements right here to make sure that people need to check on this to make the buttons clickable. So before this, we actually have the checkbox elements when create the links. But when we thought about it, it was just a bridge page and it wasn't customizable. So we bring over the entire landing page builder right here to make sure that it is customizable for you. So that when people go to your URL, they will know what happens next, and you can link to your privacy page, you can link to your terms of service page, or use the checkbox element to that, so that to make sure that you are compliant. Okay, so basically this is the landing page builder. Let me know if you have any questions about this particular feature. Okay, so I'm checking some questions. So somebody asked, when we share the URL, we see a preview. Can we customize the pic or whatever shows there? So of course you can customize it. So here, when you click on edit the landing page, you can customize the metadata, the meta description. But basically, this is what will shows in the Facebook preview. and you can customize the image right here. And this works for both the URL, both the landing page URL and the opt-in URL as well. You can also customize the metadata, the description, and the image preview. So let me see what other questions you have. What's the best pop-up link widget app for Boost.link? I'm not sure what is the question here, but Boost.link opt-in URL can be used with basically any buttons, any builder, or anything that can place a link. It can be used with for example, on WordPress, it can easily be used with any WordPress page builder, because any WordPress builder will allow you to add a button and then link to Boost opt-in URL. Okay, so I just show you two ways that you can send people to your links and then and then turn them into leads. Okay, so again, two ways. The direct method. With this method, you need to be more thorough on your message to make sure that people understand what happens next, right? And another method, when you want to send people to your link, but you don't want to say a lot, is to use a bridge page or a landing page. So let me know if you have any questions about these two strategies right here. I am seeing a lot of people using this the wrong way, and many people see this as spammy, because when they send people to their opt-in URLs, they don't say anything. They just put the URL there, and when people click on it, they see a Facebook page that asks for their email address, their name, and their profile picture, and they don't know what happens. And they don't know why I click on this link and I see this, because you're not being clear in your message. So the key is to use your message, or to use a landing page or bridge page, to make sure that people understand that when they click on this link or this button, they will be subscribed to our email list, and we'll be sending them emails. Basically, tell them exactly what happens next. All right. So if you don't have any other questions, so somebody asked, does Boost integrate with ConvertFox? Yes, ConvertFox can be integrated with Boost currently via Zapier, and I see a lot of votes on ConvertFox. So we'll be working on ConvertFox. I think we'll be prioritize ConvertFox because a lot of people have voted on it. Somebody asked, which converts better in your experience, the direct method or the bridge page? Actually, the bridge page is the new feature in Boost, so I haven't had a chance to actually test it with real traffic yet. I've been sending traffic directly to the opt-in URL, and whenever I send traffic directly to the opt-in URL, I always make sure I always make sure that they understand what happens next, and I give some assurance, like your info is going to be safe with us, or we're not going to spam you, or subscribe to our email list, something like that. And I've been using. So let me give you an example on how Boost can integrate with your website. So on Boost website right here, when you click on this, you see all these buttons are made with WordPress, and they link to Boost URL. So on our website, we are actually using Boost on our website right here. Right. So all these buttons are actually Boost.link URL. It's not the normal site buttons that you see on site forms on a lot of websites, but these are buttons made in WordPress and then linked to Boost URL. As you can see, when I copy the link here, you can see that it links to Boost.link right here. So with this, you can easily create social sign-up options for your website. Is there a tutorial for this WordPress button creation? WordPress button creation is actually very easy, and I actually posted a tutorial. I actually have two tutorials on the website. I can send you after the webinar. Actually, I need to figure out Boost integration with Facebook Messenger. Okay, so that's one of the cool use case that you can use Boost. Okay. So with Facebook Messenger, what you have is a messenger link. When you click on that link, and you can click on one more button to subscribe to the messenger list of a page. So you can easily place that link right here in Boost, the messenger link. Okay, so if you get what I mean by messenger link, let me know. Facebook Messenger URL or link, something like that. You can easily place it here and get Facebook Messenger subscribers as well as email subscribers. Can you share some info about agency clients you have? What info you want me to share? I'm not sure. I just have a demo account right here. Okay, so let me see if you have any questions. So that is, I think that is the agency, how it is divided and deleted. Okay, I will walk you through some of the agency features later. Can you share an example of Facebook Messenger? So Facebook Messenger, if you use some platform like ManyChat, some messenger platform like ManyChat or Chatfill, they have something called a messenger URL. So it's something like this. So it's the form of an URL, and you can easily place it right here to get email subscribers and Facebook subscribers at the same time. Have you tried to use Boost.link on chatbot platforms? I have seen one customer use Boost.link on chatbot platforms. I have seen that. Okay, I will walk through some of the agency white label features after this. Let me continue to the next areas of use cases. So I just walk you through the opt-in URLs. With this alone, you can have a lot of use cases already. You can use it on your social media, on other people's websites, on your guest posts, on your YouTube videos. Okay, so that is another area of use cases. So Boost help you with your existing opt-in forms, and it brings more traffic source, more lead sources to you. Okay, but another thing that Boost can help you with is offline lead generation. So after you create a Boost URL right here, what you can do is you can generate a QR code that people can just scan with their code scanner on the camera and immediately subscribe to your list and become your email subscribers by just tapping a button on their phone. So that is another area of use cases. I'm saying this is an area of use cases is because with this alone, there can be hundreds of use cases. With this, one use case I can think of is you can put this on your physical product, or if you have a store, you can put it on your store window, or if you have offline ads, put it on your offline ads, print it on your offline ads right here. And when people scan with their phone, which nowadays normal mobile phones, they can scan QR codes, and most people have that. So Boost not only can help you with online lead generation, but it extends the lead generation capacity to even offline. So yes, for offline networking events as well. So that people don't need to type your website address anymore to and then put in their information in your opt-in form anymore, right? So let me know some of the use cases that you can think of. So Victor says for networking events. What else? What would you use this for? For networking event, maybe you're printing physical books, not just ebook, but physical books. You can put it in your book and have your readers subscribing to your list. Okay, so I have walked you through the main areas of Boost use cases. So opt-in form conversion rate improvement, opt-in URL that can be placed anywhere online, and QR code that you can place offline, right? So these are the main areas that Boost can help you with. And I don't think there's any lead generation platform out there that can cover both online and offline and as flexible as Boost right here. So I think Sampath, he has some really nice use cases that he wants to share. Sampath, you want to share with everyone?
Juan, can you please mute your mic? Okay, I guess you have muted. Thank you. So far, Juan has been walking you through like different use cases. Plus, he has given like an extensive walkthrough of the product. And some of you would still have like a lot of questions, but we'll save it for like a little later because I have some use cases that I would like to share with you. Of course, I'll be bundling this up and we'll share as a free ebook for you after this webinar. But first, I would like to share this with you while we are still at the webinar, so that you can have you can ask me if you have like any questions in particular. So to begin with, of course, Juan has talked about how to collect emails from the local networking events, right? So that is like something interesting that you can try out. And Andrew has just dropped an interesting idea saying that you are just going to have your name and just a QR code. So basically, anyone who wants to know more about you, they obviously will have to scan the QR and you collect your emails, which is pretty interesting. So the idea here is to create the curiosity of people to know more about you. So the whole ideology behind collecting targeted and verified leads is to offer something and irresistible offer, make an offer that someone cannot resist, someone cannot say no to, right? So when you create that, people don't mind giving away or authorizing these social accounts. Trust me, it works every single time. So based on that, I'm going to share a few use cases with you. First thing, you can easily get targeted leads for your agency. Say you are running a social media or any kind of marketing services agency, right? Now, there are like two things that most of the people would want to hear from you before they are even ready to talk to you. First is they want to know how much you're going to charge them. That's number one. Number two is they would like to get some kind of audit report that you can offer to them as a part of your free offering, right? So these are two things that make people, especially those agency targeted leads, or like they find these kind of offers as irresistible. So to collect these, here's something that you can try out. Create a page, talk to them about like how exactly your agency has been helping like so many number of businesses and how you have been helping them to scale up. So basically create like an interesting and compelling sales copy and have a hyperlink somewhere which will be plugged with your Boost link. So have a hyperlink that says get your free audit report, which makes people curious because you have not asked for any of their business information, and all you have to do is just authorize your social account. And The minute they do that, you make sure you have it, you have your Boost link integrated with one of your autoresponders, right? Now, the tedious challenge here is to get that verified and real email address. So as soon as someone authorizes your social profile, which is where they think that they are going to get a free audit report without even sharing their any kind of like business information. So as soon as they do that, integrate with your autoresponder, and an email instantly triggers, sending an email to them saying that, hey, you are just on the website, and I would love to, before I could send you your personalized auditing report, could you please do me a favor and tell me a bit more about your business? So doing this not only creates curiosity about like what exactly you're offering, but also you get like real emails that you can talk to even after they leave your website. So that's number one. Number two is get more people to sign up for the webinar. Uh, as you all may know, that it is not like super easy to have like random people signing up for a webinar. And when I say random people, I'm talking about your targeted list, but you don't know about them yet. So if you're going to drop your webinar links, your webinar registration pages, asking people to sign up, then that may not be convincing enough. So here is something that you can try out. Basically, set up a webinar on your favorite platform. It could be Demi or BigMock or EC webinar or GoToWebinar. So whichever your favorite webinar platform may be, create a registration page and shorten the link with your Boost. So all you have to do is create a really good sales copy, just mentioning that what are the value that one can get out of attending this webinar, so and so, and what exactly are you providing. Instead of even pitching them of joining to the webinar, all you have to do is like just follow this link, and I'm going to send you like a free PDF or something. So see some kind of a compelling offer. As soon as you get those people to authorize their social account, make sure you integrate this, integrate your Boost campaign with your Zapier and Zapier to your webinar platform. Once you do that, as soon as someone clicks on the link to collect the free ebook, you also are going to make them sign up for a webinar without even letting them know. Obviously, when your ebook is like really good, it provides value, people don't mind joining your webinar, especially where they don't even have to make an additional effort to sign up for the webinar. Yes, I could do that, but then with all the Demio hiccup yesterday, that was like too much for me to work on. So I just could not. Plus, I was just recovering from the flu, so I definitely did not have any time to do that, to be honest with you. Right, and so there is one other use case I would like to share with you. It is once again about using the curiosity. I mean, I wouldn't say using it; it's more about like utilizing the curiosity of people. So when you collect leads, I'm sure like most of you would be using quizzes as an interesting platform to collect leads, right? So most of the times what happens, I mean, I have tried this quiz method using when Outgrow was available on LTD, but the challenge I had was people always input, after finishing up their quiz, people wanted to input their fake email ID so that they can see the results. So at the end of the step, at the end of the quiz, ask people to authorize their social profile so that they can unlock the results. This works every single time. Well, I have not tried exactly the same, but I have tried a different quiz where I tricked people asking them to share the same quiz so that they can see their results, and that has worked much better than asking for their email address and name to see the results. So in this case, this is actually better than asking people to share. This is just asking people to authorize their social profile so that they can take a look at the quiz results, which works properly. So all you have to do is like create your niche-based quiz, and at the end of the quiz, ask them to authorize social profile, get the leads, and that's it. So that's pretty much like super simple with Boost. And I'm also working on like some of the best practices that you can use with Boost to collect like laser targeted leads. So I'll share like a couple of them with you right now. Whenever you're using Boost, please make sure that you don't use more than like 3 social channels at the max. I would highly recommend 2, but if you have like multiple, if you think your target audience is like roaming around like multiple networks and you could use any one of them, then you can go up to 3. But never use more than 3 social channels, because this basically creates chaos to those who wanted to share, who wanted to authorize this social profile, because nobody wants to take a look at the too many options and then they get confused which one to go with. So always it's better to go with Facebook, LinkedIn, or any of your favorite other networks. And make sure you choose these social networks depending on where you think your target audience are going to be around. For example, you're going to start, some of you could be from corporate background or from enterprises. So all you have to do is just ask them to authorize their LinkedIn profile, because that is where most of the people have been using their using their company profile or using their professional email ID to create a network and create an account. So just keep one option, ask them to authorize their LinkedIn profile or ask them to sign up via email, and most of the times people choose to authorize their LinkedIn, especially when you're giving like white paper or any corporate material. Right? So that again becomes easier. And one other thing I want to share with you is Boost. What Boost does is like it does one thing and it does really, really well. But if you're still not like 100% sure, here is something I would do if I were you. I would run an A/B test where I can show a native form to collect the leads, and in the test B, I would keep a Boost link to collect the leads. And you can see where you get a targeted and verified lead and which one is a failure. So this will help you to figure out what method works best for you and for your business. So this is something that I want to share with you. I have been talking to Huang about this before the webinar, and we find it interesting as well. So thought I may share this with you as well. Of course, there are few other use cases and more best practices. I'm just putting it all together. I mean, it's just rough notes. So I'll put it all together and I'll share with you after this webinar. But based on whatever I shared so far, if you have any questions, just let me know. I'll be here before Huang takes over. Okay. Several times, so we see some live Boost examples people use, good and bad. I think Huang has just yep, Huang has a point there. Then I'm not sure if we can do that, but Huang, is that something that? Okay, so Dan, you have a chance to take a look at the chapter reviews, because they are like people from the SaaS communities. They have been using Boost for a while now. I mean, I can ask Eric or Bruce Clapp. I can ask them to drop a few examples, but I can do that after the webinar if you think that will be helpful for you. I can definitely do that in the group. Okay, just seeing if there are like any other questions. Do sub accounts have their own branding? Alex, there is no branding involved with this deal. I mean, even if you're buying 1 deal or 2 deals, there is no brand. Having 3 deals unlocks agency and sub accounts for you, and buying like more than 3 deals unlocks 3 sub accounts for every single deal purchased from there. So when you purchase the agency deal, which is like stacking 3 deals, you get 9 sub accounts to begin with and 72,000 emails per year to start with. So every deal you purchase from there will get you, say if you're going to get like 4 deals, you'll be getting 96,000 emails per year plus 12 sub accounts, so on and on. Possible to integrate Boost to Jotform or Typeform. Question, I think currently the workaround is using a Zapier to get that done. But as Huang mentioned earlier, if there are like enough networks for the same, then yes, they can prioritize the roadmap. No, thank you. That is not possible. So with agency white label plan, your client will always be under your account. No really switch growth writing tools use unless becoming. Yeah, that's kind of true, Francisco. Huang, I think I have covered what I want to share in the webinar today. if you want to respond to any questions, please feel free to take over.
Okay, so one of the area that you want me to cover is going to be the agency. So I will going over some of the agency features to show you what you get with your agency right here. So if you have for this deal, if you have 3 codes, you will unlock this menu right here, and you will unlock 9 clients, and you can also stack more to get more clients if you need. During this deal, of course, it's going to be a one-time fee. So after you unlock your agency features, basically what you have is a list of things that you can use to manage your clients. First of all, you can create your client account, right? You can create your client account, so you can give that client name, so and you can set the number of email addresses that the client can collect. So you can have, let's say you can have multiple pricing plans for your clients. Let's say that you can charge your clients for 100 leads, and this will be reset per on the yearly basis. So let's say that you want to give your client 1,000 leads for a price and 2,000 leads for a higher price. So this is possible with our agency features right here. And you can set a password and a username for your client to log in, so they can log in and use their account on their own, or they can log in and see the reports, how many leads they're getting. Okay, so this is great if you are an agency and if you have multiple clients to manage. So you can create an account for each client, and you can manage your clients like this. You can switch to your client from here. So this will switch to your client account. This will go to your client account, or you can use, of course, you can use your client username and password to go to their account and set things up for them. And here you can keep, and then here you can have a note on the pricing that you charge the clients, so you know what price have you charged this client for, how many email addresses. And with the agency features, what you can do is you can customize your agency portal. So what your client will get is a portal where they can see your own logo, right? Your own favicon. You can have your custom support link, tutorial link, and then title right here, just like this. So, for example, this is a client portal that you can set up, and your client can go here and log in. They can see your own logo, and when they log in, they will not see Boost logo or any Boost branding at all. And you can manage your existing clients from here. So this is great if you want to be a reseller, or if you have multiple clients that you want to manage and you want to give them a way to log into their account and to be able to see the results that you got for them. So basically, that's an overview of the agency features. So some of the ads for the agency white label: can my client owns a white label? No, so your client will have a client account, and there's no account under that. So please let me know if you have any questions about the agency or any other questions about Boost. Yes, you do have a custom domain for clients. So for yes, the domain for the agency can be customized. So about the custom domain feature, we are pausing it for a couple of days. I will make this announcements a little bit later, but we will be pausing it for a couple of days because we are noticing the custom domain like a kind of slowing down the links. So we were pausing the custom domain for the opt-in URLs for a couple of days, but you can still use the custom domain for your client portal. So basically, you can have a domain for your client to log in, and you can customize everything on that domain. And you can also put your live chat on your custom domain like this on your portal. So you can have your live chat, your support link in there, your favicon URL, the title of the company, for example, and your logo. Very important here. And okay, so let me see if there's any questions coming in. Okay, so how many clients can we have, and at what price we are charging for services? Okay, so you can decide what price you want to charge your clients. So after this deal, we are giving you 40% discount if you want to add extra clients. So at the moment, we are charging $5 a month per client, but you get another 40% discount after that. So yes, the custom domain has been working, but we're noticing it's slowing down the platform. So we are pausing it for a couple of days. It can take 3 to 4 days, and yeah, we will be having a official notice about that in the group soon.
Question from Ila. So Ila wants to know how many clients can we have and at what price we are charging for services. So Ila, that is totally up to you to charge like whatever the price you may want to have for your clients. So and you, that is like 40% of whatever the price they are charging right now. Yes. And if you are, when you're continuing the services, will be the 40% discount will continue to apply at the same price. Say for example, even if the price is going to revise, say it's going to be like $9 in the near future, then the 40% of $5 will remain as it is, and it's not going to be 40% of $9. So as long as you don't cancel, the price will remain as it is for you. Sari, as Huang mentioned earlier, there is okay. So go live. Okay. So the issue is, I mean, I wouldn't call that as an issue directly, but there is a bit of challenge that the existing user base of Boost has been facing a bit of slowdown of the way Boost works when they are using custom domain. So Huang and his CTO, they are working together to rewire the code, which is going to happen in the background, so that none of the Boost users get affected. So your existing links without the custom domain will still continue working. So this custom domain we are talking about is purely for CNAME, just for the agency purposes. Otherwise, you're all good. You can use your custom domain with Boost. You can work using the Boost just the same way you are doing right now. Only for agency owners, they have temporarily passed it. They are working on it, and we should have an update probably in a week's time or so. I hope that's clear, that's helpful. If not, please let me know in the comments. I'm super happy to. Yes, it's probably like just for the agency. Is that right, Hua?
The custom domain is for the links. It's for the links. So for the agency, people can still log into your portal, but for links, because it's been slowing down our current links with the new domains adding in. So we are pausing it for a couple of days to see what's the see if we can improve it and what's the cost of it, and we'll bring it back in a couple of days.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry. So it's basically the custom domain is not working for the main ones. Want to use the CNAME for your agency, that works. Yeah, apologies for that. I mean, that was like the last thing we all need is the the way software works has to get slowed down or doesn't work. So that is the last thing we all would like to. I mean, we just hope it doesn't go that way. But they're doing their best to ensure that this slowdown will never happen again. At the same time, the current link should also be working fine. So you can just use Boost link for now temporarily until they fix the custom domain issue.
So at the moment you can use Boost.link with your custom apps with no problem right here. And if you use Boost.link on your website and you link to Boost.link, you won't need the custom domain for that. So yeah, for now, for just a few days, you can please use Boost.link domain with your custom apps. So let me see if any questions coming in. I intend to market my custom agency plan for clients in Chinese. Is there any ways to change the interface to Chinese? Language and translation is not supported at the moment. This is something that we will work on. At the moment, in your client portal, what you can do is you can have your support script on the portal, so to answer the questions and maybe point them to where they need to go. But for now, it's going to be English only. Okay, let me see if any questions are coming in. Okay, so let me go back to this and let me talk a little bit about the future of Boost. Okay, so as I talked about earlier in the webinar, we'll be working on a more universal connection, which is HTML form integration and webhook, and also API, because many tools, you may use a lot of tools that you may want to connect them with Boost. And for example, if you use a social sharing tool, maybe you want to use Boost as the link shortening service for some reason. So maybe an API will help you with that. And also we'll be working more on more native integration. So this is like an overview of the future of Boost and the areas that we will be working on. I'm not going to talk about specific like what features are to be worked on, but these are the areas that we'll be focusing on. And one thing I want to share with you is that this is not the first time that we launched Boost, and we've been working on these areas a lot in the last couple of months. And I want to share with you this. So when Boost first came out, it looks like this. Okay, let me show you in a tutorial. Oops. Okay, so let me reload this. So we've been working on Boost for nearly a year now, over a year now. But when we launched Boost in March, and when we launched it, it looks totally different to today. So let me share with you this. Okay, so when it's loading, let's talk about the future of Boost a little bit more. So we'll be working on more social networks. So from this launch only, we get ideas for a lot of new network to work on. So people are suggesting networks such as UK, such as VK, such as some Chinese network. And another thing that we'll be working on is the content locking feature. So now Boost is kind of sending you to the URL, but we think that it's not locking the content, so people can still go to your opt-in, your landing page URL or your lead magnet URL and view your content. So we'll be working on some ways to log your content. So only after people opt in, they will see the content. So for example, if you have an article and you want to log a part of that article, if you want to log a part of that article, then you can use Boost to basically get the email address and unlock the article for your subscribers. And also we'll be working on more agency features. Okay, so this is the thing that I want to share with you. So I did this tutorial like 9 months ago, and when Boost first came out, and we never thought to have worked on so many things. So if you get Boost today, you won't be worried about us updating the platform, because actually this platform has been around for a while. As you can see, it is actually, it's funny to look at this and see how it has evolved in the last couple of months. Now you look at the dashboard, it's totally different. Just look at the number of menus that you have right here. So if you get Boost today, you won't be worrying about us updating the platform and adding new features. This is our original idea, and we want to take this to the next level. With the opt-in URL, I think we are the first one to invent this. I don't think there's any other tools out there that can give you the flexibility of an opt-in URL, and we've been able to do this. And from the get-go, we've been adding a lot of features. Just look at this dashboard when we first came out right here. It's so simple, and there's basically nothing to this. And we came out and we got early customers, and we've been working on completing the majority of our roadmap since then that we planned out. And now we are running this deal again to collect more feedback to build up our roadmap. So from the last couple of days, we've been decided that these are the areas that we'll be working on in the next year. So if you look at this, you'll know what we'll be working on. So more integrations, more universal integrations, such as HTML form integration, webhook API, and more native integrations, more social networks adding to the platform, more ways to lock in the content so that it's more compelling for your visitors to become your subscribers, and more features to manage your clients. So basically that's a feature of Boost that what we'll be working on from now after the deal end. We'll be focusing first of all on this, and then all these other areas. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions. So Andrew says, I think we believe that you guys doing this opt-in URLs are the first and offering the service to the public, not offering to the public. Yeah, we did our research, and yeah, at the moment we are the first one that came up with, I think we're the first one that came up with this term. I'm not sure if these companies, they call it opt-in URL, but when I think of it, I think of an opt-in form alternative, because now the only way that you can collect leads is via some kind of form. And with the advance of technology, and actually social login has been used by hundreds of thousands of websites over the last few years. And the reason why it's not implemented in marketing and lead generation is because there's no easy way that you can implement social sign up or social login to your website and to your marketing funnel. And now with Boost, everything is easy, and you can implement this to your opt-in forms, just like websites are implemented on their sign-up forms. All right, let me see if you have any other questions that I can answer right now. Yes, that's right. Normally, to implement social logins, you need to know coding. And it's not easy for example, if you want to create social login for 5 lead magnets, then you need to do it 5 times coding. With this, now you have the campaign settings, right? You can just set your campaign and then put different URLs right here. And you can have a social opt-in URL in a few minutes. In our portal, can we restart the tour after we already skipped it? Actually, we're using a software for the tour right here. So I will check in that software. It's called User Pilot. I will check in that software to see if it's possible. And also, we'll be adding more tours to each section of the application. We added to the majority of the parts of the application, but there are still many sections, and we are adding more features. So some of the pop-ups are not being updated fast enough. So in the next couple of days, I will be adding more tours as well as creating videos. So yeah, custom domain will be one of the videos that will be created so that you have an easy time getting started with Boost. But the great thing about Boost is that, for example, a custom app setup right here. The great thing about that is it takes some time to set up, but after it's set up, you can use it and forget about it. So that's the great thing about it. So I will be having more tutorials as well. I will create more tools inside the dashboard right here, so you can get started easily. Okay, then you can always watch a webinar replay. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions about Boost features, any use case, how to use it in your marketing strategy, or share with us what you're going to use Boost for. Maybe using your opt-in URL on your opt-in form, or use it on places that are not your website. So you can, let's see if you have any questions, or share with us your use cases. I would love to see your use cases, and maybe not your real use case, but your imaginary use case. Let me see if any questions coming in. Sampatha cannot hear you.
Can you hear me okay? For multiple brands. So the biggest difference between 1 code and 3 codes is the agency and white label feature that comes along with it. So you can, if you are into creating campaigns for your own clients, and if you think 25,000 emails per year is like good enough for you, for your business, then yes, 1 code should be good enough. But if you think that you'll need like more emails, then, or if you have a need to have sub accounts too, so that you can start reselling and so on and on, then you will need like more codes to unlock. Okay, then I'm just reading your question. I'm pretty curious about which will ask some market research questions to LinkedIn contacts. Okay, I was going to ask for name and email in the bot, but will instead use a Boost. Exactly, that's pretty easy as that. Yes, you can totally do that. So another interesting use case. Well, Juan was just asking us if we have any imaginary ones. So here's something I was thinking of, that anyone who signs up for the Boost, we can just, I mean, somewhere we can mention that would you like to sign up for a giveaway contest, so on and on. All you have to do is just authorize your social app. So as soon as they authorize your social app, you can sign them up for your giveaway contest, and then you can just send them the email saying that you have been signed up for the giveaway contest based on the inputs you have provided, and all you have to do is just refer 3 more friends to unlock your first bonus. That could be like an interesting thing you can try out. Andrew, is there any synergy using Boost with Tagon? Yes, Andrew, that is an interesting question. So with Tagon, you can show CTAs on someone else's website, right? So you can ask for their name and email address in those CTS. Now, how about using just a Boost link in those CTS? So when you ask for email name and email ID, people are going to give you like fake ones, like most of us do. So if you're going to ask them to just click or follow a link, it is easy for people because most people are lazy. They just don't. I mean, like, most people these days they don't care about other social apps because they got like nothing much to do. So the simplest synergy I can think of is use a Boost link inside your tag on CTAs. It's a small bug, okay. Left. Okay, so Hoang basically has got it sorted out. Hoang, I'm muting myself. So if there are no questions coming in, we can wind it up because it's been like more than 30 minutes beyond what we initially promised for. So.
Andrew asked about how to use Boost with tag on. So basically, with tag on, you can show your call to actions on other people content or other website content. So with the call to action, you can easily create a button and then link to Boost URL. But my tip for that is that you make sure that people understand what happens next. That people understand that this is your brand, not the website that they are on, not the content that they are on. So let's say that you're shortening a link to, for example, entrepreneur.com, and then they click on your link. Make sure that in the call to action, it says that this is my brand. And when you click on this link, you can subscribe to my email list. For example, let's say that you are shortening and let's say that you are using tag on to shorten to a URL to an article about search engine optimization. You can say in the call to action something like, if you want more information or if you want more exclusive tips about search engine optimization, click on this link to get more tips from us, get more tips from my company. So the key is to make sure that it's clear on what happens next, and make sure that this is your brand, not try to not mislead people. Okay, so that's the point. That's how you would use tag on with Boost right there. Yep. So if you have any questions whether Boost can be used in a use case or not, just ask, because I'll be giving you ideas on how to use it. So Sampath talked about how to get webinar registration, which is another great use case. And you can also collect, for example, LinkedIn leads. LinkedIn is a very, I think LinkedIn email addresses are very, very like valuable email addresses. And if you have noticed, what we have here is we have Amazon and PayPal right here. And with Amazon, Amazon email addresses are buyer. If you sell physical products, and if you have, for example, Shopify store or WooCommerce stores, I think using Amazon to get more valuable email addresses is a great way that you can get more high quality buyers, high quality leads into your email list. Okay, so we have Amazon right here and PayPal right here. And I'm pretty sure that these are the email addresses that people check, because people check their Amazon email for their Amazon orders, right? So Boost will not only it gives you more ways to generate leads, more flexible ways to generate leads, but it gives you more quality leads, more quality email addresses. Because when you use an opt-in form, people can use a fake email, a disposable email, or people can easily mistype the email, or they can give you a secondary email address that they never check. But with Boost, you can use it in your own flexible way to collect qualified email address, more valuable email address. For example, Amazon buyer email address. So that's one use case. I would highly suggest this if you sell products via Shopify or WooCommerce. This is great for anyone who do e-commerce. Okay, so any questions for me or for Sampath? I think we are approaching 2 hours right here. Let me know if you have any questions. If you think this webinar is great, just high five in the chat or type one in the chat so that I know I've been doing a great job. So somebody says, can we use one code for more than one brand? Okay, so with one code, what you can do here is you can use multiple apps or multiple customer domains when we unpause the customer domain feature. So if you don't need your clients to log in, or you don't want to manage your clients separately, you can use one code for multiple brands that you manage with no problem. But if you want your clients to log in, or if you want to easily manage each client, so like manage separate project for each client, then you may want to get the agency and white label features, because you can create sub accounts to easily log in, or you can easily assign to your team so that they don't just log into your account and mess everything up within one account. You can have several accounts for your client, and assign your team to take care of each account. That's one example that I can think of how the agency and white label would be very beneficial. So, but of course, if you manage your clients by your own, you can easily use Boost for multiple brands. Yeah, if you want your clients to log into your account and see how many leads they're collecting, and export their leads on their own, then putting them in a separate account would make more sense. Yeah. Okay, so let me know if there's any questions coming in. And I cannot hear you, Sampath. Okay, so somebody Grimaldo asked, if we go over 24K emails, how much do we have to pay additionally? So this is what I want to share with you. We are going to increase the price of Boost pretty soon because we're seeing that there's a lot of demand for this. So the price for the normal price is $7 for over 1,000 emails per year. $7 for over 1,000 emails per year, but that price will be changed after a couple of days, because we want to position our software a little bit better. We don't want to lower our price to get more users, and want to get more users, quality users. So we will be adding. So we'll be increasing our price pretty soon. So at whatever price that we are charging at that moment, you'll get 40% discount on that price. So currently it's one plan is $7 for $7 a month for 1,200 emails per year. So if you think you need more emails in a year or in a couple of years, I think stacking one more code is great if you need more emails. But honestly, I think 24,000 emails, I think is a good number to start with. Sampath, I cannot hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't see any new questions coming in. I think we can wind this up. We are nearly 2 hours. So I really want to thank you, everyone who has been staying with us from the very beginning. So it's going to take a bit of time for me to prepare the replay, because when the webinar is longer, the the time to get the replay ready becomes longer as well, relatively. So I'll most likely share the replay, say in like next 2-3 hours from now, along with the ebook that I promised for you. We'll also have it like most likely by today. And just to give you all a heads up, the deal ends in it's in less than 36 hours from now. So if you have not bought the deal yet, or if you're still thinking whether you should go for it, or if you think that you will want to have like stack like more codes, now is the time, because Hoang told me that he don't want to extend this deal anymore because we have extended enough. First of all, the deal was supposed to close by Cyber Monday. We extended by a week, and then due to yesterday's hiccup, we had to extend it once again. So we are just gonna close it in 36 hours from now, and there's a countdown already you can see on the deal page. I just dropped the link for you, so get it while it's still available. And I have seen like a lot of people who have been regretting missing the tag on deal. So I don't want the same to happen again for Boost, because there will be like no way you can get this deal at this lifetime deal price after the deal ends, after the clock runs out. So just giving you all a heads up. Okay, Hoa, it's time to say thanks to everyone for, I mean, especially seriously, like, thank you, Hoang, for doing like a detailed webinar, just like everyone has asked for. And thank you, Fan, for sitting us throughout this webinar, like together, and asking like a lot of questions, making this webinar very interactive, just super, super important. That's otherwise people will just stop dropping like one after the other. So thanks for keeping it very interactive. I'm super, super happy to host like a lot more webinars for you. So thank you so much, Hoang, and thank you, everyone. See you soon.
Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate all your feedback and all your feature requests in the last several days. With that, we've been able to have a feature of what we'll be working on with Boost right here. So thanks a lot. Thanks for the support, and I hope to see you in Boost group very, very soon. Cheers.